Hello, I am Remo Yes Man. Welcome to the Warframe Collective. Today, I would like to talk about Destiny 2 because, goddamn. Now listen, obviously I'm a Warframe player, but I have also played quite a bit of Destiny as well as Destiny 2. In fact, I have probably 2,500 hours played in Warframe. If you combined my playtime from Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, it'd probably be a little over that. But Destiny 2 has been getting its ass absolutely dragged lately, and there's a number of reasons for that, and I'm sure you've probably heard every YouTuber and their goddamn mother harp away on all those points already. So today, I want to talk about why in 2026, Warframe is still better than Destiny. Now, point number one. Destiny costs money, whereas Warframe is an actual free game. The base game for Destiny 2 can run you $40 to $60, but in order to level up to max level like all the other players playing the game, you would have to own all the DLC content. And in order to buy all the expansion packs, you could end up paying upwards of $200, although there's $584 of stuff in the Steam store. Now, the other problem with that is because the store is saturated with so much bullshit, you could easily buy stuff you didn't even need, whereas in Warframe, it's as simple as downloading the game and just playing. Now, point number two, all the stuff in Warframe can actually be obtained without spending any money. And don't get me wrong, it would be a hell of a grind, but you can literally obtain everything there is in the game by just grinding your ass off. And Destiny, if you want any of the cool shit, you better be ready to cough up some money, son. But that's just for the stuff in the Eververse store. There's plenty of stuff in the expansion packs that you won't have access to unless you cough up money for the expansion pack as well. Point number three, Warframe boasts a player trading system. Now, you don't have to interact with this system whatsoever, but if you plan to play the game for free and obtain all the content without spending any money, you would do it by trading with other players. Destiny boasted a player trading system before the game even came out, but by the time the game hit store shelves and got in players' hand, that player trading system was all but gone.
I think Player 2 looks pretty nice.
Player 2 does look
She's
pretty
got
nice.
some sweet clothes, an awesome cape,
She's a hunter.
all customized gear that's either acquired on many adventures or purchased or traded or gambled for.
Point number four, in Warframe, you can have a pet. In fact, you can have anywhere from one pet to several. Each of these pets has special abilities. Each of these pets are combat pets. Each of these pets picks up loot. And each of these pets can be obtained without spending a goddamn dollar. Destiny could never dream of having combat pets or any other pets for that matter. The closest thing you have to a pet is the annoying ass ghost. Point number five, Digital Extremes does not lie to the community. Digital Extremes constantly does dev streams and puts out blogs and updates, which they actually follow. Whereas in Destiny, we used to get a TWAB, which was this week at Bungie, but those TWABs have disappeared and are few and far between nowadays. Then on top of that, when Bungie would promise stuff inside the TWAB, sometimes they just couldn't keep their promises, or they just lied altogether. Point number six, Warframe provides player housing and a goddamn ship you can actually walk around in. Whereas in Destiny, your ship is just a glorified loading screen. Literally, they can replace your ship with a JPEG of you just taking a shit in space, and it wouldn't make a difference because your ship is just a glorified loading screen. Point number seven, you can own as many Warframes as you have space for. Hell, you can own all the Warframes if you have enough space. As of right now, there's probably like 35 to 40 Warframes in game. Each one of those Warframes boasts 4 different abilities. Each one of those abilities is a different playstyle. Whereas in Destiny, you have 3 different Guardians, and each one of those Guardians has 4 different subclasses in a variety of ways to play, which is actually a lot better than it sounds. But at the same time, there's also nuance because you also have to unlock the aspects for the subclass that you plan to use. But at the end of the day, there's only so many different optimal builds you're going to use, whereas in Warframe, there's hundreds to thousands of builds that you can find some use for in the game. Point number 8, in Warframe, you get a free hoverboard in the form of the K drive. Now, in Destiny, I know they do have a phony ass hoverboard, but not everybody got it. And then on top of that, you can't do tricks on it like you can in Warframe. It's basically just a replacement for your weak ass Sparrow. Point number 8, in Warframe, if you don't want to use the hoverboard, then fuck it, just fly there. You can also be at any location on most of the open worlds in seconds, as you also have a jetpack in the form of the Arcwing. Point number 9, Warframe is way less bloated than Destiny. Warframe has just as many worlds and open spaces and environments as Destiny, but somehow the game is way less bloated than Destiny. Destiny 2 requires 175 gigabytes of space to install, and that's after sunsetting half the game that you fucking paid for. Whereas Warframe's install size is like 60 to 70 gigabytes. I don't know why Destiny 2 is so bloated, but it's almost like Bungie wants that to be the only fucking game you play. Point number 10 of why in 2026, Warframe is a much better game than Destiny. There's no power level grind. In Destiny 2, ever since the release of the game, there's been so many times where I've grinded to max level and then I left the game for one reason or another, only to come back later to have another steep power grind. It was so bad that a lot of my time in Destiny and D2 actually is just spent grinding for power. Then on top of that, by the time you get close to max power, you've burnt yourself out on the game so much that you leave, and by the time you come back, there's another steep ass power grind. In Destiny 2, there's been so many times where I just couldn't participate in a certain activity because my power was too low. In Warframe, that's never happened. In Warframe, you could be a fucking level 1 10-0 fuckboy, and as long as you could still hold your own, you can participate in all the high level activities. In fact, depending on what Warframe you bring, there's all kinds of different ways to contribute. Certain players may actually just carry you just so you can keep buffing the team with your support frame. In Destiny 2, I would almost never get to play the activity I wanted because of the whole power grind, and you want to be at max level, that way your weapons are dropping at max level. And I swear, man, it just fucking sucked. If for some reason I never played Destiny 2 again, there would be all kinds of shit that I would miss, but one thing that I would not fucking miss is having to grind for power. Thank you guys for watching. This is Remo Yes Man from the Warframe Collective signing out. Peace.